Good morning, my name is Gifty Mahon. I'm speaking to you live on TuneUp Station. Nigeria ICPU to prosecute health workers who divert COVID-19 fund. Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offence Commission has warned government and emergency officials not to divert COVID-19 fund or engage in sharp practices. The spokesperson for the ICPC, Mrs. Rashidat Okoduwa, said in a statement that public officials should also practice social distancing from corruption or face the consequences. The commission said, as the nation reels from the effects of COVID-19, ICPC wishes to caution against increase in risky behavior hinged on critical desire to respond to COVID-19. The Anti-Graft Agency said from past experience, national emergency and pandemics instigates need for proactive measures driven by local or national exigency, such as the time that we are in. It said government officials had in the past even diverted funds meant for international displaced persons. We have seen corruption in past responses to managing the needs of international displaced persons, treatment of persons affected by natural disaster or acts of God, delivery of government palliatives for the poorest of the poor, and implementation of policy to address critical economic vulnerabilities such as assistance of SMEs, poverty alleviation programs, improvements in education, promotion of agriculture, etc. The Commission advised public officials to be mindful of corruption risk inherent in emergency procurement. She said, engaging in conflict of interest, nepotism, pardon, inflated cost, and other risky behavior in the name of emergency response would not be tolerated. The Commission added, this advisory is not finger-pointing at the health sector or its leaders and others in government and outside government who have sacrificially and admirably led our response to COVID-19 thus far. It is an opportunity for reflection and warning to all Nigerians at national and subnational level that it is wise to remember that keeping safe distancing from post-pandemic corruption investigation in any sector of the economy is as important as safe social distancing to prevent COVID-19. Nigerian COVID-19 IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu backed Trump on stand against China and Bill Gates. Mazi Kanu berated all the people and organizations that are criticizing President Trump over his comments against China on the spread of coronavirus, saying that they are collectively working to destroy humanity with their actions and policies. In a statement by Kanu made available to newsmen, he said, President Trump, like any mortals, cannot be perfect, but never make mistake in speaking out against evil, adding that anybody or organization that Donald J. Trump hates, go and investigate that person. There is something bad about them. The pro-Biafra group leader alleged that Bill Gates and his family have never meant well for Africans. His father was part of those who initiated to reduce the population of Africa. Their family business is white supremacy. He alleged that China and World Health Organization knew about coronavirus since November 2019, but decided to keep silent of their respective selfish interests until it started speed in December 2019. They are clever. That is why they chose an Ethiopian man as the chairman of WHO, so Africans cannot complain when they introduce their repressive tendency. Kanu wonder why Bill Gates, who is not an office holder in either the WHO or UN, be allegedly allowed dictate for the world by allegedly saying that unless you vaccinate, you cannot be in any public gathering. He is not working with the UN. They want you to vaccinate not because they want to protect you from coronavirus, but to kill you off and to sterilize our women, Kanu said. Nigerian President Chief of Staff Abba Kyari dies of COVID-19. Abba Kyari, one of the closest advisors to Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari, died Friday after contracting the novel coronavirus, becoming the highest profile casualty of the virus in Africa's biggest economy. Buhari named Kyari, a former chief executive officer of the United Bank for Africa (PLC), as his chief of staff in August 2015 and renewed his appointment after winning a second term in office. Behind the scene, he was regarded as one of the powerful politicians in the country of more than 200 million people. Kyari tested positive for the virus after returning from a trip to Germany, the presidency said in a statement. Emir of Daura wife died. Hajia Binta Umar, the first wife of the Emir of Daura, Alhaji Umar, is dead. She died in Daura, Katsina Friday. Hajia Binta was 70 years. The death of the Emir's wife was confirmed to journalists by Shakin Labaran Daura, Chief Information Officer. He said, Hajia Binta died at about 8:00 a.m. on Friday at the Emir's palace and has been buried according to Islam rites. President Muhammadu Buhari has condoled with Emir of Daura, Alhaji Umar. The President's Senior Special Assistant on Media and Publicity, in a statement on Friday, said the President called the Emir to sympathize with him. Buhari said, I am personally touched and saddened by the death of your senior wife, Hajia Binta Umar, at the age of 70. The deceased had lived a fulfilled life worthy of emulation. She was an epitome of great virtue. My heart and prayers are with you and members of your family over the dead of this pillar of your household. President Buhari prayed that Allah would bless Hajia Binta and reward her good deed with paradise. He also prayed that God will grant the Emir and his family the fortitude to bear the irreplaceable loss. Thank you once again for your time. My name is Gifty Mahon, speaking to you live on TuneUp Station. Have a nice day.